You are listening to PastThink.com audiobook. Please like and subscribe, thank you. Chapter 63. Kong Ming mourns the death of Pang Tong. Zhang Fei frees Yen Yen. Fa Jing suddenly recognizes the stranger. Well. This is Peng Yang, he's famous in Shu. He once told Lu Zhang off very publicly, humiliated him, in fact. This so upset Lu Zhang he condemned him to slave labor. That's why he has the crude haircut. He had to wear a metal collar. Pang Tong shakes hands, but then asks why he's here. I've come to save the lives of thousands of your men, he replies, and I'll tell you how just as soon as I meet Xuanda. No sooner is he shown in to see Xuanda, than he points out how dangerous it is that they have placed their camp in the lowlands. If the river's diverted, thousands will die with no way of escape. You see the handle of the dipper is to the west while Venus is low overhead? Well, the stars show something's not right, so be very careful, says Peng Yang. Immediately, Xuanda takes action. Patrols are sent out along the river, led by Wei Yan and Guanzhong. Late that night, in the midst of a dramatic storm, Ling Bao and his troops head out along the river to cut the channel. They almost immediately run into Xuanda's troops. Confused and thwarted, they decide to retreat. But it's too late. They are attacked, and in the battle Wei Yan captures Ling Bao, and his men are put to the sword. Ling Bao is brought to Xuanda. I was generous to you. I let you live. And this is how you repay me. He orders Ling Bao's execution, and without any further ado he is beheaded there and then. Not long after this, a message comes from Kong Ming, who has also seen the same astrological features as Peng Yang, and wants to warn Xuanda to be careful. The message deeply offends Pang Tong, who sees in it an attempt to belittle his own achievements. So he tells Xuanda that he too has, of course, seen these signs, but disagrees with Kong Ming. This is not an astrological warning to Xuanda, as he has pointed out before. These relate to your conquest of Shu, and do not foreshadow disaster. Indeed, the warning was for Ling Bao, who has died as a result of these astrological signs. Now is therefore the time to attack. Xuanda, however, is cautious, not least because he has had a disturbing dream, which he feels is a warning. I dreamed that a demon was hitting my right arm with a club. When I awoke, it actually felt painful. Surely this is a warning? Commander Pang Tong scoffs and says, Kong Ming's tried to alarm you because he doesn't want me to gain fame through my successes. Let's forget all this and go into action. Early the next morning, en route to battle, Xuanda notices that Pang Tong's horse is being very difficult, and he swaps his gray for Pang Tong's unsettled horse. Meanwhile, forewarned about the attack, the Shu commanders in Luoqing send out their men. Jingren heads off to protect one road, and in the distance sees someone riding a gray horse. That's Xuanda's horse, he is told, and, now excited at the possibility of capturing Xuanda, he prepares his ambush. Pang Tong rides into the narrow valley. Something makes him really worried. Where are we, he asks, and he is told that this is known as Fallen Phoenix Valley. Now really alarmed, he cries, but my Taoist name is Young Phoenix, this can't be good, and so saying, he orders a retreat. But it is too late. A hail of arrows and crossbow bolts descends upon him and his men, and he falls, dying alongside so many of his own men. He is but 36 years old. At that time a children's song went like this. Phoenix and Dragon. Side by side. Minister and Commander. Arrive in Shu. Just part way. Along the road to Luoqing. On the mountainside. The phoenix dies. Winds and rain. Rains and wind. As the Han rises again. The path to Shu is clear. The way is open. And a dragon is there. The battle that then ensues swings first this way towards Xuanda's men, and then back to the men of Shu. At one point Jingren almost captures a cornered Xuanda, but a timely intervention by 30,000 of his troops saves him. Retreating back to their camp, Xuanda hears that Pang Tong has died, and, facing west, breaks down in tears. It is decided that what is needed now is Kong Ming. Messengers are sent to bring him from Jingzhou, and, even though Zhang Ren keeps riding up and taunting them to come to battle, Xuanda forbids any such venture until Kong Ming arrives. In Jingzhou, Kong Ming observes the night sky, and sees a huge star fall to earth. He knows this means Pang Tong has died, even though news of this does not arrive for a few more days. Kong Ming too weeps at this loss. Having read the letter sent by Xuanda asking him to come, he appoints Guan Yu to protect Jingzhou. Before leaving, he quizzes Guan Yu on what he would do if Cao Cao attacks, and then what if Cao Cao and Sun Quan attack. As he departs, he gives Guan Yu 8 words of advice. North, resist Cao Cao. East, reconcile Sun Quan. Kong Ming then divides his force into 3 columns. The first, led by Zhang Fei, is to go through the high country, while Zhao Zilong's will follow the river valley. Kong Ming will then follow them later. As they set off, Kong Ming warns Zhang Fei to ensure his troops behave in order to win the trust of the people. At first Zhang Fei encounters no opposition, and all goes well. But when they come before the city of Bazhou, the governor, Yan Yan, will not surrender. He has long opposed the alliance with Xuanda, and now takes the opportunity to try to frustrate his plans. Zhang Fei is astonished that he will not surrender and threatens reprisals. But Yan Yan's advisors recommend holding out, because either Zhang Fei will soon run out of food, and then have to retreat, or he will erupt in anger and alienate his own troops, such that they can be encouraged to mutiny. Then Yan Yan can capture this famous if volatile general. For 3 days Zhang Fei tries to draw Yan Yan and his men out by taunting them. And for 3 days nothing whatsoever happens, except that Zhang Fei grows more and more angry. He then orders 3 days of attacks, but again to no avail. At this point some men come forward, and say they know of a secret path, by which they could bypass Bazhou, and go on their way to assist Xuanda. However, spies within Zhang Fei's camp report this back to Yan Yan, who plans his own attack, an ambush along that very road. That night both armies set off. Yan Yan's men settle in for the ambush, and about the 3rd watch they see Zhang Fei coming, spear in hand, men following behind. Convinced they have him now, Yan Yan and his men charge to the attack. Suddenly a gong rings out, and from nowhere, it seems, warriors descend upon Yan Yan and his men. Leading the charge is none other than Zhang Fei, bellowing furiously. The man they all thought was Zhang Fei is a fake designed to flush them out. Yan Yan fights bravely, but is soon overwhelmed and captured. And so Bazhou falls to Zhang Fei, who brings his prisoner there. Why did you refuse to surrender? Roars Zhang Fei. You immoral raiders. I might lose my head but I will never give in. Zhang Fei, furious that he is still resisting, orders his execution. Oh, go on, you thug. Take the head, but why this anger? Yan Yan's defiant stance catches Zhang Fei off guard, and he stops to consider this courageous man. He steps down and personally removes the chains, orders that he be given fresh clothes, and brings him to sit beside him in a place of honor. Deeply moved by this, Yan Yan falls to his knees. A poet has said, heroic in capturing Yan Yan alive. Zhang Fei renounces killing, wins everyone over. For this he's honored in shrines everywhere. In the land of Shu, where daily offerings thrive. Zhang Fei raises him, and then asks him what is the best way to the land of Shu. Having been beaten, and then shown such generosity, I'll work ceaselessly to repay your kindness. Chengdu can be taken without any fighting. So what is the plan of Yan Yan? Let's find out.